Welcome, everybody, to One Stage at a Time, the podcast where we're playing through video games one stage at a time, not skipping any single level in a game. Right now, we're in the end game of Doom, the original Doom 1993, the expansion right now. Episode 4, we played through Sever the Wicked. I am Aaron Neeson, and I am joined by my co-host, Andy Prim. Hello, Andy.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello. And we are joined by Sam Ingersoll, who is taking this Doom journey with us. Hello, Sam.
Hello, hello.
Gentlemen, let's talk about Doom.
Let's do it. So today we are playing through E4M3. That is to say episode 4 of the original Doom from 1993. And episode 4 is, of course, called Thy Flesh Consumed. And this is the third map of that. Actually, it's the fourth map for us since we played the secret stage. But E4M3 is titled Sever the Wicked. Sever the Wicked is, of course, a Bible reference. All the stage titles of episode 4, except for the secret stage, are biblical references. And this particular one comes from Matthew chapter 13, verse 49, which reads, "So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just." And Doom Guy has done just that in this stage. Let me hit you with some quick stats here. So this stage is designed by a brand new friend, a person named Shawn Green, who we can talk about a little bit more later on in the episode. And uses the music track Deep Into the Code by your friend and mine, Bobby Prince. So thank you, Bobby. There are 22 secrets in this stage, which is a very strange and excessive number, and we'll get into that a little bit later. And as far as enemies in this level, we've got a bunch of them. We've got 59 sergeants, 42 imps, 9 troopers, 10 lost souls, a single Caco demon, 7 demons, 15 specters, and 7 barons of hell. So this has been your stats for the episode, or for the stage rather. Fellas, let's get into some opening remarks about E4M3 Sever the Wicked. Sam, let's start with you. What are your opening thoughts?
Well, this level made me have a long, hard think about wondering if when they were programming Doom, like in the early stages, if the shotgun soldiers were supposed to be snipers. Because I really feel like the range on their shots, there was a lot of times where I was walking around and I would just get hit by something and I'd like flip around and there's nothing there. Mm-hmm. I was like, what the hell just happened? And I realized, yeah, it's like the shotgun soldiers can hit you from like halfway across the map if you're not paying attention. It was a pretty good map. There were way too many secrets. I got to the end and was like, oh, there's the exit. And then tried to find some secrets, did not find a lot of secrets, did not even find all the enemies. There was some place where there was obviously some kind of door to open because I could hear them inside like a part of the geometry, but I couldn't find them. Not good, not bad. Just a little confused, like my picture in the YouTube video you guys will see. It there's a lot of confused oomphing. For about 20 minutes trying to find secrets and failing.
Okay, well, thank you, Sam. Aaron, some opening remarks from you, sir.
I have very mixed feelings about this level. I liked it more than the previous two like main missions in episode 4 so far. But I it was still very annoying. Like much like Sam, I died a few times to the shotgun guys.
Whoa!
And like
hold on. I did not die. Okay, I have to make that clear.
Well, I was hounded like Sam. I was hounded by them. I kept getting hurt. I was looking around for specters. Couldn't find any specters anywhere. I'd killed them all already. And then like I would die and be like, what? I must have hit a trap or something. I don't know. So that was kind of annoying. It wasn't on par with the annoying of the previous 2 main missions though. So I have mixed feelings. On the whole, I dug the design. I liked the damaged floor. I liked the cage and the bridge and everything. I liked how this level flowed in general, but again, it was just that it didn't do anything new or super exciting for me, and it had its annoying parts. So yeah, not good, not bad. Very similar to Sam.
So far, secrets in general in episode 4 are a little kind of lame. It feels like they're not quite on the same level as the other episodes. But again, I'll stick with my argument from earlier. I'm guessing some of these people weren't as, what's the word?
Good at level design.
Yeah, they weren't as tenured,
Yeah. And of course, I would generally agree that the secrets are kind of lackluster, except, of course, for the 9 Inch Nails secret from map 1.
That's so sweet. That's so cool. Oh my god.
Which was taken out of my version of the game.
Yeah. I got 4% secrets on this level.
Oh wow.
Dude, I know I skipped a huge chunk of the map just in general. Like there's a teleporter that you probably know the one I'm talking about. That just I was like, no, I'm not doing that again.
There's a lot of teleporters, so you're gonna have to be more specific.
It's the one near the end of the level you're going through, and there's a teleporter. You go through it, and there's like two barons just ready to throw fireballs at you, like right up. You're just like, oh no,
no.
And when you're already at like 15% health, that's a no-go. That's a non-starter.
Who wants to take a shortcut through the teleporter?
Yeah.
No.
I actually used my BFG quite a bit in this level for once.
Yeah,
I busted it out a couple times.
Okay, well, I'll give my opening remarks. I actually like this stage quite a bit. I think it's a lot of fun. It's fast-paced. It can be difficult because there's a lot of enemies, but it's really just there. I mean, there's some like confusing teleporter stuff, but for the most part, it's just reflexes and action, and I kind of dug that. It is kind of interesting architecture, which we'll get into, like how it kind of all fits together, but it's sort of unique in the way that it's constructed. So I thought it was pretty fun. Not my favorite. Of course, I was a big fan of John Romero's entry, Perfect Hatred, map 2, but apparently I'm alone in that regard. But let's get into it. Let's set the stage. So this map takes place in kind of a large complex. It's like a fortress, like a wooden walled fortress, sort of. We start off like on this like platform, almost like a guard tower or something, kind of overlooking the rest of the fortress. But it's not a good idea to stay up there because there's enemies all around. And we've got this really, really large open courtyard type area in the middle of the fortress. And there's like a pit, like a valley down the middle of it with damage floor down there. And then there's like the tall, like a platform you start on. And then there's a bridge leading to another platform on the other side of the pit, but there's a red door that's actually just like bars that you can't open without the red key. But you can see a Baron of Hell on the other side, and he'll immediately start throwing green crap at you. There's a bunch of other enemies up there as well that have vantage and line of sight on you. So it's a good idea to get out of the way quickly, which we watched the Big Mac Davis Let's Play for reference because he actually knows how to play the game and we don't. And as always, salute to Big Mac Davis. But he and I adopted the same strategy here, which is if you run off of the platform and then make your way to like there's a corner like on the far side of the map, like this little hallway where it's kind of like a dead end bottleneck. If you can just like establish a foothold there and then just like kill everything else really fast with the plasma rifle, you can kind of get some breathing room and like slowly fight your way out and make some headway there. Which like that like I died a few times like starting this map because I wasn't sure which direction to go in. But once I figured out to do that and started, making a little progress in save scumming, I was able to slowly make my way deeper into the stage.
Yeah, I wish I had known to dive for this area first, like, and there'd be a little safer area back there because I went to the others. Like, I turned and jumped off after dying a few times, of course. Jumped off the platform and like ran to the other side and was just in a corner and getting sniped. Like, I somehow used that strategy and survived and played the rest of the level. But it was not ideal.
Well, it may not be ideal, but it's certainly a way you can go. There's a few different ways you can go. It's kind of a wide open map. We haven't even mentioned that there's a large interior area of the fortress too. So you definitely have some choice in which way you go first. Sam, what did you do? Which part of the map did you go to first?
So at first I kind of did the same thing that you did, where you went down and to the side and killed those enemies. But then I came back around and went across to the opposite end and down the steps, kind of what Big Mac is doing right now, and which kind of takes you down into not really a maze area. You go down and there's kind of like an open rhombus floor, I guess you could call it, that when it goes down, there are two hidden barons of hell, I believe, behind two doors. One thing I did notice in that level that was really weird is that I guess I don't know what you call it, but like the lamps, the blue lamps, what they look like is not how big they are their geometry is invisible. So like I was getting stuck in the corner. I didn't know why I couldn't move. So I don't know what you would call it exactly, but like you would see the lamp, but like about 2 feet off of it, you couldn't go through.
Oh,
even though you could see through it.
So like it's
an interesting little bug.
It was in a different place than it appeared to be.
It was like twice as big as it really was. But I kind of did that whole area on that other side first.
Well, so it sounds like you went like inside the like interior building of the fortress first.
Yeah.
Which like I'm not sure like what the purpose of this building is. Maybe it's their house. Maybe we've just like broken into their house and started killing them.
It's where they keep like their lawn equipment and golf clubs and their caddy equipment.
Yeah.
It's their caddy shack. Hey, we're all gonna get laid.
I mean,
a couple of kayaks.
Yeah, I was going to say it's their lodge, right? It's like all the wood panel, the very rustic design. You know, this is where they go and they have just little like Doom guy heads up on the wall. Like,
yeah,
it's
an elk lodge.
Yeah.
Well, there are a shitload of troopers in this interior area of the fortress. Some specters, some demons as well, a few imps, but really just a lot of shotgun guys and troopers. And like Sam said, they're very aggressive in this stage. They can have line of sight on you from across the map, and they will snipe you with those hit scan style weapons. It's pretty hard to avoid their fire.
Yes, very annoying. Very annoying.
There is an invincibility power up within easy reach at the start of the level, and Big Mac Davis uses it for when he goes inside the fortress to try and kill all the troopers right in there. But to me, that seems like a waste, though. Like they're annoying, but not that hard. You know, you can come in there with like, you can shoot rockets at them, or you can shoot the chain gun and mow them down. I use the invincibility to fight a couple barons of hell later, like down in the pit between the two areas in the courtyard. But you know, far be it from me to question the wisdom and logic of our savior, Big Mac Davis.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got this down. Like if he's doing it, it's probably the most efficient way. See, like we're watching Big Mac Davis here, and he came into this room through that teleporter. I did not. I jumped down from above into the hurt floor out there, and I came in here, and then I went through that teleporter, and the Barons of Hell immediately started ripping my face off.
Yep.
And so when I reloaded my quick save, I was like, I'm not going to do that. Let's see if I can find another. And I never visited that area. I didn't play through that area at all.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, let's talk about it. So in the inside building of the fortress, there's a few different ways you can go. There's stairs up, there's stairs down. If you take the stairs up, there's a door you can go through. And when you open it, another shutter opens behind you and a bunch of imps come out. And then when you kill them, you can go inside that little area and there's a bunch of power-ups, and that counts as a secret, actually. You can also open the shutter before that manually if you know it's there, but I didn't. So I got a bunch of imps in the back. But anyway, you go through the door in front of you, and then there's like a little walkway around a pit, and there's a square platform in the middle of the pit, like a pillar, and there's a Baron of Hell on there. There's a bunch of other enemies around the pit. And then you can kill the Baron of Hell there if you want, but there's a red key on the pillar as well, and you can't jump there because you can't jump in Doom. Maybe you can do some shenanigans with like diagonal speed running or whatever. I don't know. But you have to go to a lower area. So Sam was talking about the weird shaped platform. It's like an elevator platform that goes up and down. And when it goes down, it reveals, and this would be in a different section of like the interior building. It gets a little bit mazy, but it goes down and there's two hidden alcoves with barons that come out and just shove green fire right up your butt. Mm-hmm. But then there's also a teleporter down there that takes you to another lower area of the building that's kind of hidden from view. And then when you flip a switch down there, it causes that square platform to lower down to that area. And then that's where, if you'd killed the Baron earlier, you'll see his corpse, and then you can access the red key there as well. So it all kind of fits together. I don't know. It's almost like a Zelda dungeon, and like you see part of it, but you can't get there. So you got to go to another part and flip a switch to make it accessible.
Yes,
Did I
it's
just see Big Mac Davis cheat again?
You did, yeah. So
Son of a bitch.
yeah, we need to talk about this. So he cheated, but it was for a good reason. So the secrets in this stage are very stupid. There's the one I was just talking about, which is that hidden shutter where the imps come out of, and there's another one where you open. It's in this lower area that you have to teleport to that we were just talking about. There's like a hidden wall that when you interact with it, you raise the wall up, and then there is some stairs behind it. And every individual stair in this staircase counts as a secret.
Oh my God.
So even though there's 22 secrets, almost all of them are just from stepping on the stairs of this staircase.
I was wondering how in the world I got 4% secrets found, and
So
that
dumb.
explains it. I now hate this. I hate it. This
It
map
doesn't
sucks
make-
and I hate it.
It doesn't make any sense. But then there's still 2 final secrets that you wouldn't have gotten yet. And
Yeah.
they're completely inaccessible by normal means. The only
Really?
way, it's these 2 torches at the bottom of the stairs here, like nearby this secret we've just seen. These 2 torches, the secrets are on the tiles that the torches are on, but you can't occupy those tiles because there's torches there. So the only way to do it is to put in the cheat code to turn off, I don't, what do you call it?
No clipping.
Yeah, no clipping. And then you just walk through the torches, and that's how you would get those last 2 secrets.
What's the name of the guy who
So
designed this map?
dumb. Yeah.
It's Class A war criminal Shawn Green.
Fuck you, Shawn Green. You asshat.
Yeah, we'll get into Shawn Green a little bit later in the episode, but not much is known. He's a mysterious person, possibly some kind of supervillain.
Mm.
But okay, well, this is we've kind of covered most of the stage already. Like you go through this big interior complex. It's fairly mazy, easy to get turned around, lots of barons in there. But once you've cleared it out, you've pretty much cleared the stage. The only thing left to do at that point is to, you can now unlock the bridge because you've got the red key. But if you did like Aaron did and just run over to the other side immediately, like, because in the courtyard, right, we start off on one side of the valley. If you jump down in the valley in that little pit with the damaged floor, you can take an elevator back up to the other side, and then you could kill all the guys on the other side. And then the blue key is over there. So I think you still need the red key technically, but you don't have to actually open the bridge. So there's multiple ways to do it. But you do need, I think you need both the blue and red key to open the final area, because the door to actually finish the stage down in one of the damaged floor pits there's a red door, and you open that, and then behind that there's a little bit of stuff, and then there's a blue door further in there so you would need both keys, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. You need to, you would need to wind your way through find your way over to that side and down in the basement and everything. You don't have to do all the sections like me, but you do have to do at least that much to get the two keys.
Aaron's just a speedrunner at heart.
I want to finish this fucking game as fast as possible.
Now, speaking of speedruns, I have read that you can finish this stage in about 10 seconds if you're speedrunning on a PC and you have access to all the dumb things you can do, like diagonal running and stuff like that.
No clipping mode.
Well, I don't think no clips allowed, but because you start off on that platform, the actual exit is you can pretty much see it from the start. There's like windows where you can see like a little covered area, and there's enemies in there that can attack you, and you can shoot at them too. But you can't actually get there because the gap is too wide between the platform you're on and those windows. So that's why you have to go through all this other bullshit with getting the keys and then going through that hidden door and then taking a teleporter to get there. But if you like know how to do like the weird diagonal running thing, you can actually like you can clear that gap with like a precise run. So that's what they do. They just, from the starting platform, just run, boop, jump through the window, and then just finish the stage.
Yeah, because I noticed when I got to the exit and I was like, well, I want to try and find some of these secrets, which apparently was a complete waste of time. Uh, I actually ran, since there's a tiny little lip. Sometimes you can kind of go up a little, like it's some. I don't know if you want to call it verticality because you can't really, but I ran across back over onto the starting platform, but when I tried going back, I couldn't. I had to go all the way around again. So I think there was just enough lift to get back onto it doing a normal run, but not to get into that room.
Yeah, it's like the speed jump. If you get a little bit of a ramp there, you can a little bit of an incline, a little step up, then you can make it. But yeah, no, you couldn't do it the other way around. You guys got no ups. Not like Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, he's freaking Spider-Man, but in this game,
he's got a grappling hook. He's like the bionic commando.
yeah, he's also just like
Air
climbing up walls
dashes.
like gargoyles. Remember gargoyles how they into the wall and
Yeah.
climb like that? That's what he's doing. It's
Air
crazy.
dashes, double
Yeah.
jumps, grappling hooks. Not just grappling hooks, but like he can like shoot one out of his super shotgun to pull him like Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
It's all cool, but those are the reasons why I don't feel like it's a very doomy Doom game.
I'm playing through it again. First of all, I don't think I played it on console, which is not how that game is meant to be played. I don't think at all. Like
It requires very high accuracy, I would say.
high accuracy and ridiculously quick like turns and movements and everything. Like I'm just gonna admit I'm playing on the easiest difficulty because I got too frustrated on any higher ones because it's fucking ridiculous. Like
It's not even just the air acrobatics, but like even fighting the enemies requires like each enemy has like a quick kill basically. So if you like shoot your shoulder grenade into the mouth of a cacodemon, it'll die quicker. You can snipe off the spider demon guys cannons to make them way easier. There's lots of stuff like that, but it's all like real fast, like quick accuracy stuff.
Yeah, which is not nearly as easy to do on a console, and I do not care that I'm playing it at all.
Well, I still haven't played it. I feel bad, I'm like a bad Doom fan, but Video Game Donkey just put out his best of 2020 list, and I believe it was number 2 on the list.
Oh, it's a very good game. Don't get me wrong. Like if I hadn't played any Doom, I would not be making these statements, but like I just feel like after playing so much Doom, it just doesn't feel like a Doom game. Like all the lore feels weird.
Dude, yeah, the shit I've read about the lore just makes me angry.
And the gameplay is awesome, but it's not what I consider Doom,
Yeah.
It's good. It's very good, but it's not like 2016 just nailed it. The feeling.
man.
They nailed the feeling of this game.
And it had a little bit more horror aspect to it too, which was cool. Like you were the ultimate badass, but like still you were going through this kind of horrific shit. And it's still horrific in the new one, but it doesn't feel like it. It's just sort of like all there. It's
a bit, I would say, a AAA homogenized, if not really, without sounding too negative.
You didn't say AAA the correct way.
Yeah, AAA.
There you go. There's Jim Sterling.
It's got a lot of, the story is just like cookie cutter, epic badass story. Like you are the chosen warrior of the race of the chosen warriors.
You need to resurrect the 4 elemental crystals.
Yeah, it could have been a Darkstalker game, which is fine because Doom doesn't really have much of a story, anyways. But amazing game, just maybe not an amazing Doom game.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I will get around to playing it one of these days. The Switch version is out now, and so I don't know. I'll probably get it at the library, if and when libraries are open, and I can go there without fear of, I don't know, being arrested for not wearing a mask or something. But
do pickups, man. You do pickups.
That's true.
Pickup.
Yeah, that's true.
That.
I could do that. Yeah. But I think St. Louis Public Library doesn't rent Switch games, so I would have to go out to the county library to do it. Which is not really a big impediment. I'm just kind of lazy and don't want to drive 15 minutes to the county library.
It's like I could do that, or I couldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's see. What else do we have to say about this stage? We've pretty much covered it, I think. Like in terms of like physical area, it's not that large of a stage.
Mm-mm.
It felt bigger to me the first time I played it because it is so kind of open ended. There's lots of different ways you can go at first, and there's lots of enemies no matter which way you go. So I died a bunch of times. Before I kind of figured out how to establish a foothold and start clearing areas here.
Yeah.
But and so I guess it seemed bigger than it was at first. The whole interior of the complex can seem a little daunting because it's just full of enemies.
I was gonna say it's not a small map. Like it's not like the John Romero map. What was it called? Whatever it was, Perfect Hatred.
Perfect
It's
Hatred.
not that small. So like when you get inside, it is kind of it's it's a nice little labyrinth you got going on there, and so I don't know. There's no point to what I just said. It just is.
No, it's
Other
okay.
than the clear bullshit of the secrets, it was a Doom level. It was a Doom level.
It was a Doom level, yeah.
I'm just sick of it's all well and good that, and this is an expansion, obviously, but I just want a little just give me anything new or a story or something. Like I'm just not into just playing this for the. I mean, like the gameplay is fun and all, but I want to be working towards something. I guess I don't know. A feeling
I feel
that
like
you're progressing through something would be appreciated.
Yeah, I just feel like that's not what this episode is about, unfortunately.
No, clearly not.
Yeah.
And I'm not into that.
No, this was like one of the first DLCs, and like almost every subsequent DLC, it is not worth it. It costs too much and it's not worth it. Except I was supposed for the Dark Souls 3 DLC, which is very good.
Hey, Warcraft 2 had a great expansion that I totally
Witcher 3 also.
There's some good DLC.
Let's not get into that.
Andy's wrong. There is some good DLC out there.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, like Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne both have really good DLC.
Horse Armor for Oblivion. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Fire Emblem Three Houses has an infamously bad DLC.
Sonic Mania's DLC is fun.
What's the DLC for Sonic Mania?
Mighty and Ray.
Oh, right.
And they have a new mode. They didn't have any new levels, which was kind of a bummer, but
no, yeah.
But it also was not expensive.
No, that's true. It was like $5, and they did like update some of the levels. Like I think that there's new transitions between levels. Like instead of just Sonic appearing in a new stage, there's like, oh, he got fired out of a cannon at the end of the previous stage, and then now he's here. And then they redid one or two of the bosses. Like Mecha Sonic is totally different. He's more like his giant version from Knuckles Chaotix, and less of a bullshit fight than the first iteration was.
It was the first,
yeah, which is interesting because that like you can't play that first version of that fight anymore. It's just kind of lost to time from like a historical archival perspective. It's strange when stuff like that happens, and it's just like boop, it's gone.
Yeah, it just disappears.
Speaking of just disappearing, I just noticed what just happened on screen. I didn't notice it the first time around. He shot an imp off that platform, and it disappeared. It teleported away because the teleporter was on the ground down below. The imp teleported, even though it was way up above it. That was really interesting. I didn't realize that it was like an
up to the sky
like that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's like because there's no real verticality in this game. It's all an illusion. You can't ever have something on top of something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess with teleporters, they must just work in terms of like from the bottom tile of it and then all the way up into the however far up the map goes. That's all teleporter.
I wonder if it has to do with because like Doom Guy can jump off of run off of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think enemies can. I've never seen an enemy walk off of a ledge and jump down. So I wonder if it just didn't have an animation for that, but it because the teleporter maybe had no limits for enemies or something. I don't know. It's really it's kind of one of those weird kind of like, I wonder what the hell happened there.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Like I think because when I was watching the video, that is interesting, Sam, what you were saying about them walking off of ledges. I don't think I've ever seen one do that either. So that's pretty cool.
There's probably no animation for that or no way for them to do that. So some kind of weird something weird must have happened with him just disappearing like that.
because they can ride elevators up and down and then walk off of them, but that's different. What Big Mac Davis says is he was shooting that imp and it fell into the teleporter and booped away, and he went after it because he is obsessive about getting 100% and wanted to make sure that he didn't that the imp was dead. So he made sure he followed it through the teleporter, wasted time getting back around just to make sure that imp was dead.
Did he find his dead body? I didn't even notice if he found its dead body.
He did, yeah. It was a waste of time. The imp was already dead.
Good, he confirmed the kill. All right.
That's why Big Mac Davis is the king and our Lord and Savior. Okay, a couple other things to mention about this map in terms of item pickups. Most of the items and weapons are available on this map. The shotgun is available in one of the secret areas. The plasma cannon is available in not even in a secret area, but just in one of the exits from the fortress or the interior that leads back to the outside area. And there's a backpack full of ammo, which we haven't seen much. There was one in the secret area in Fear in a secret area in the secret area. But if you didn't get it there, you can get it here. And chainsaw is available. I think I said that already. What is not available is the BFG. So if you didn't pick it up in map 2 of episode 4, you still wouldn't have it. So it's a good thing we did because it was quite useful in taking out some of the barons in this stage. Although the plasma cannon is pretty good for that too. But still no BFG. So we're on BFG watch here. If you didn't pick it up in episode or map 2, I'm not sure when you would be able to get it again. I know it appears in either the final stage or the second to final stage. I think I remember that from my first playthrough of episode 4, but I'm not sure if we see it between now and then. So we'll just have to wait.
We do.
We do.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Aaron, are you implying that you've played ahead?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to participate.
Oh, thanks, Aaron. Thanks for jumping in and playing along.
I'm helping you.
I gave Turtleface a whole bag of peanuts during the movie.
I'm so glad that you got that reference. Oh my God, guys, it's C-Lab year.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, it's C-Lab year. C-Lab is happening now.
C-Lab 2021.
Oh, you're right. Oh, God.
My God. The adventures they're having right now.
Do you want the mustache on or off?
Off, please.
Too bad. That's excellent. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch some C-Lab 2021 in honor.
Classic Adult Swim, baby.
Yeah, the back when Adult Swim was good.
I don't know if it's good. Is it no good?
I don't even know what it is anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in so long.
No idea. But that classic lineup of C-Lab, Harvey Birdman, The Brack Show, and Aqua Teen Hunger Force was truly incredible.
When did Venture Bros show up?
Not too long after.
Yeah,
I was going to say, it's pretty close to the beginning.
I had some streamers I was watching. They were talking about 12-ounce mouse.
Oh,
I just remember that show.
Interesting.
That was a truly stupid one.
That was one of those first that, as good as Aqua Teen was, it kind of ruined Adult Swim for a while because it spawned all these shows that were just weird for no reason.
Squidbillies.
Yeah, and just it's like, what the hell is this stuff?
Yeah,
I heard Frisky Dingo was good, but I never watched it myself.
Wasn't that was the progenitor to Archer, right? It was the same people that did Archer.
So I definitely should go back and watch that.
Same art style, I think, too. Like the animation was real similar.
Yeah, I think it's about like a supervillain and like the reporter that covers him. Something I only saw like a couple episodes, but it seemed kind of funny, I guess. That's my review. Kind of funny, I guess.
Kind of funny. That show from 17 years ago. Kind of funny, I guess.
Oh man, we're old, fellas.
We're old men.
Mm-hmm.
God.
We're old men. Just today, some jackass compared me to Jeff Bridges from Iron Man.
Yes, some son of a bitch.
Some fucking asshole.
What a J-hole. Who would do that?
It was Andy.
Oh,
it was Andy.
When I said that, it was a loving compliment because
he's a handsome man. He's a handsome, powerful man.
He is. He's the ironmonger.
He was the ironmonger.
Aw, I wish he could come back in some form.
I'm the
Hey,
Hulk
man,
wasted his
multiverse.
snap. He should have brought back Obadiah Stane, not everybody from Thanos' snap.
Dude,
Dude, there's a multiverse out there where he's Iron Man. I'm sure of it.
I bet there is. That would be cool.
Loki's gonna have to fight him in that new TV show.
Oh man, that Loki show has the potential to bring back everybody.
Avengers 5, Obadiah Stane. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, Tony's dead. They need somebody, right?
Oh, spoilers for the end of Avengers Endgame, folks.
Yes, and the end of Iron Man. Sorry.
Oh, poor Tony.
You know, if he does come back, there'll be some kind of one-liner about how stains are tough to get out.
Yeah. Yep. You said it, brother.
Oh, I love it. You nailed it.
Okay. Well, on that note, I suppose we should wrap up this stage. Not much more to say about it. I guess we should give our final verdicts. I'll go first for once. It's a perfectly fine stage. I like it. I think it's fun. Some good action. A little bit mazy. Not the best one. Not the worst either. On the whole, I'm pretty positive about this one. I like the design of like the fortress style with like the wooden and stone walls around it. Good theming. I like it. Good stage.
Yeah, I agree. Other than the fact that the secrets were just a complete troll move and a waste of my time.
Yeah, that's very stupid. I don't know if it's unfinished or just they were like, oh, we'll troll them. I'm not sure there.
The fact that or maybe something went wrong and like, I'll make one stair a secret because that's what triggers you going into the room, which is the secret. But no, every single stair got copied and yeah, who knows? But fuck that. But the level was fun. I enjoyed it.
All right, Aaron, 10 seconds, go.
I also agree. It was kind of fun. It has its annoying moments. All the secrets, that's annoying. The sniping shotgun guys, that's annoying. But on the whole, this was a fine stage. Nothing wrong with it. I'm still longing for some progression that will never come. Something new that will never come. So it's just the same gripes as always. But on the whole, fine stage. We're back.
All right. Well, in the second half of today's program, I thought we could talk a little bit about our new friend, Shawn Green, a very mysterious person. And
friend's a strong word.
Yeah. After the shenanigans he pulled with the secrets on this stage, I'm not sure if we're prepared to extend the hand of friendship.
Did they do that because like it was mostly on PC, so people could do that easily? Like, turn off clipping mode? Could they do that easily back then? Like
there were
or was it just really a big fucking troll?
A little of both, I think, because there were cheat codes on board in Doom that were well known. I mean, I can't enter them on the Switch version, but Sam, you can probably enter them on the PC version.
Yeah, most PC games, like around this time, you could just hit tilde, and there was it's IDDCQ or something. It's like the famous Doom God mode. Like, you could just type in those and boom, you're good to go. It's super easy to do.
Okay. Yeah, lots of well-known cheats. I mean, like, it's kind of like, because if you have a keyboard, you just come up with like a phrase that's silly or easy to remember. And like in SimCity, there were ones that, like, I want money that's not it, but something like that, just to give yourself like infinite money. So I think Doom was full of those. There's like 20 or 30 cheat codes you can put in.
Yeah.
Like the no clip one is what he uses here, but there's like infinite health, get all the weapons, God mode, so on and so forth.
And in Eternal, you get like they're baked into it. Like you unlock cheat codes in Eternal, which is a really interesting aspect to the game. I haven't used any of them yet, but I should. Just
so you're prepared to play on easy mode, but not to put in the cheat codes.
There's a weird sort of honor about it, I guess. I don't know. I'm still playing it through.
You gotta beat it at least once.
I get
then
it,
you can
man.
do all that whatever you want.
Yeah.
I've been playing some co-op Donkey Kong Country 2 with my friend William, who lives in Texas. And I have like that same like weird hang up, like because you can do save states on that, and I like don't want to use them. And we'll be in like a really hard stage, and he'll be like, "You want me to make a save state for you?" And I'm like, "No save states."
I am a big fan of save states. In like, there's not enough time in the day. There's too many games to play to have to start an entire level over completely. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous, I say. Modern gaming, I mean, and also it's just, I'm a product of, I've become accustomed to it with modern gaming. Modern gaming has so many checkpoints. Like you always have a new checkpoint so that you can continue with the story. And I'm a big fan of it. I like it.
Yeah, it depends on the game. In Doom, I'm willing to make save states because like it's built into the game. Like they intended it as part of the experience. It's part of why the levels can be so punishing is because they know you can save at any time. But I don't know, when I'm playing like an older game, especially older games like SNES and NES games, I don't know. I feel like it kind of, I don't know, diminishes the experience. I'm probably sounding really up my own ass, but like somehow, it's like not the same if I know I can just break the game and save at any time.
I kind of understand for like level-based games, like platformers and stuff. Like it's not, it may be frustrating, but it's not like a huge issue if you have to start over because it's just a small chunk of it. But I've had a couple of mod packs for Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX, and they have save states. I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Saving anywhere in an RPG, totally flip-flop on that and say every RPG needs that function.
That's true. And if it's for convenience, like if it's like, oh, I got to go and run an errand, so I need to make a real quick save state, that's different, obviously. That's more like a quick save. I think about it, than like a save state. Like you're like an hour into a dungeon in Final Fantasy VII, and then like there's some kind of emergency that needs your attention. You definitely want to have a save state available.
Yeah, but even
our
those
parents wish we had them as children. I'm sure.
Well, no, I'm sure our parents it's manufactured replayability. Like you have 3 lives, so you die, you lose all your lives, you have to play it all again. Turns what would be an hour and a half game into a months-long endeavor, which makes sense for those back then. It makes sense because the games were short; they had X amount of space, so itty little space on that cartridge to do it. And it also is a relic, obviously, of the arcades.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think all that
pumping in the quarters in there. So
where that started from, artificial difficulty and limits, so you have to put more money in, and like maybe that kind of carried over to consoles because it was just what you were used to.
And you always hear it was to combat the rental industry so that you couldn't just rent a game and beat it. They want you to buy it.
Nintendo Blockbuster.
Nintendo famously hated the rental industry and tried to like sue them and legally prevent them from renting their games.
I mean, they kind of started off on the wrong foot with the Nintendo and like how everyone just made pirated copies for their system right out the gate. So like I can see how they're like an abused child. Like they when they were first butting into the console industry, they got butt fucked really hard. So now they're still to this day, they're like really on edge about anything, maybe even the possibility of infringing on anything with their IP.
It's true. And Aaron and I have talked about this, Sam. You may know this story, but like back in those days on the NES, they had like a lock and key program system. So like there was a digital like programming lock on the NES, and then the cartridges would have like the key software. So when you plugged it in, it would make it work, and it shouldn't have worked with like a pirated, an unlicensed cartridge. It was part of how they controlled the software, with their Nintendo seal of approval.
Yeah.
But some company, I think it was maybe Atari, like
Nolan motherfucking Bushnell.
They defrauded the copyright office. They like went down to the copyright and trademark office and in like DC or whatever and said like, we need to see Nintendo's code that they filed for the NES. And they were like, well, why do you need that? And they made up some bullshit reason and then to get inside, and they let them go in there, and they looked at all the code and they were like, here it is. We found the key. This is the code. Let's just take it and put it in all our unlicensed games now. They got their asses sued and got in big trouble.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
What did they expect? Like,
I mean, it's even to a weird point where like Nintendo didn't even want like the backs of N64 cartridges for the Japanese version of the N64 and the American version are different, so they won't fit. So like there's little slots in the back of an N64 cartridge that when you put it in, like the console, like the place where the cartridge goes in fits right in, and it's set in a different place on the Japanese cartridges. So like I bought I used to work at a game store, and a Japanese version of Star Fox 64 came in. So I got it for my friend for his birthday, and we had to unscrew and take it in half, like pull it apart in half to get the cartridge into, and it worked. It worked just fine, but it was in Japanese, but it just wouldn't fit in there correctly.
Now I'm gonna have to bleep this whole story, Sam, so that Nintendo doesn't come and sue you into oblivion.
But it's just isolationism plus poor first impressions equals insanity.
Yeah, they're a very conservative company. It's part of their model. I mean, it's like it makes sense if you think like Nintendo, which is to say magically, but it works for them. I mean, whatever they're doing, they've been pretty successful at it. But let's see. We were going to talk a little bit about Shawn Green, and then I had a couple other news items I wanted to discuss with you fellas. But Shawn Green, not a lot is known about this guy. So I don't even know what day he was born, and I might have a picture of him. Like I saw something on Moby Games that was like, this might be a picture of Shawn Green. I'll share it with you guys now. This is supposedly him from 1997, although I can't officially confirm it. And while Aaron gives me the ability to share, I'll talk a little bit more about him. So he apparently was from Dallas, and did stuff in like the Dallas game scene starting in the early 90s. The first credit I've seen for him is from 1991. Here's Shawn Green, supposedly. 1991, a game called Patsuchinga, or what the fuck is this called? Paganitsu. It's just one of those like side-scrolling Commander Keen style games with like puzzles that you solve. He did a couple of weird things. He got on id somehow. I don't know. I guess he knew the guys, or applied for a job or something. He worked on Doom, Wolfenstein 3D, Doom 2, a bunch of other stuff. It looks like he had a bunch of jobs there, like technical support, QA, programming, did a little of everything. Eventually left id Software apparently, and was working at Gearbox Software, where he worked on ports of Halo for Microsoft. I think he did the PC port of Halo, the first one. He also did some work on ports of like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, some other stuff. I don't know. In the 2000s, he worked on the Brothers in Arms series. Oh, he did work on Daikatana. So, props to that. I guess Romero was like, he got all the dream team from id Software back together for Daikatana. And not much recently, though. In 2014, he worked on a game called Age of Booty Tactics, which I can only assume is some kind of mobile game. But that's about it.
That's not the first time. I might just be imagining things. I feel like that's not the first time that particular game has been mentioned on this podcast. It's not ringing any bells for you, Andy?
No.
Age of Booty Tactics. Yeah, I don't know, brother.
In somebody else's game background and history of game development or something?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's possible that Age of Booty Tactics is like a really important game in the history of modern gaming. But if so, it's a gap in my knowledge.
I want to play it. Look at that game. Look at that pirate face. It's so enticing.
The original Age of Booty was on the 360, apparently.
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, now that you mention it, of course, who could forget the original Age of Booty on the Xbox 360?
I mean, like, I'm kind of shocked that like the little icon that they've chosen for their game is, and that it's like mugging pirate face and not just like a sexy ass woman, like, like it's Age of Booty, right? Like you'd expect, there to be a rather voluptuous or slutty looking lady. There she is.
Yeah.
There she is. She's on the menu.
She's on the menu. Should have been on the little thumbnail though. It does seem like a missed opportunity. Okay. Well, anyway, that's Shawn Green. He's a man of mystery. He's like, he swooped in and designed this stage in episode 4, and then just like disappeared into the ether, kind of like Sam Elliott's character from The Big Lebowski.
They can't all be John Romero's. They can't all be in the spotlight and trying to make themselves a name and a personality and stuff. He's just doing his thing. He's coding shit and making a living.
Yeah, he was grinding. He was behind the scenes, just working. I think there is maybe 1 or 2 more stages from him in episode 4. And that's about it. I think maybe he did a stage in Doom 2, possibly, but he wasn't really much of a developer. It seems like he mostly did stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think we're just accustomed to everybody being like a fucking character.
Yeah.
That when this guy's he's just clocking in and clocking out, like he did a couple things and now he's working in his cubicle another place. Like we're just like, what's this guy's deal? Why isn't he more entertaining? Dance for us, monkey.
Dude, that's so true. Like so far in episode 4, we've had insane liar Tim Willits, rock star god John Romero, and crazy pirate American McGee.
Now we're like Shawn Green, and he's what do you mean? He doesn't wear funny pants or something. I don't know.
He's like, hey guys, I think my thing is I'm going to be wearing funny pants.
Yeah. Like, that's great, Shawn. You keep doing you, buddy.
As John Romero like massages conditioner into his luscious hair.
And American McGee has started a small fire in the corner.
Tim Willits is claiming he invented video games. All right. Well, listeners at home, if you know anything about Man of Mystery Shawn Green, let us know. But Shawn, if you're out there, we wish you all the best. Hope you're doing okay.
Is that where we landed on Shawn? I thought that we wanted him like tried for crimes against humanity.
He needs to,
I thought we hated him.
He just needs to stop right before they start working on the secrets, and get some help from somebody else.
Yeah. It seems like a thing where like they were just like he probably thought, oh, this will be funny. They're going to want to get all the secrets, but they can't. Ha 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 ha. They'll have to use the no clip code, which was probably well known at the time.
Yeah.
They were probably just having some fun. They didn't anticipate future gamers being obsessed with getting 100% on games.
Yeah, putting it in context of the times where Doom's very popular and everybody knows the cheat codes and all that. It's a little less obnoxious. It's still obnoxious though.
Yeah. All right. Well, I had a couple of gaming news items that I wanted to talk about before we finish up today. What do you fellas say? You ready for a little bit of what's new in the world of gaming?
Let's do it.
Please. Yeah.
All right. Did you guys hear about this abortive Xbox Live price hike that they tried to do?
Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh my God. What the hell were? I'm glad that they didn't just stick to their guns. Yeah. I mean, I don't use Xbox, but Jesus.
They were going to like double it, right? From like 60 a year to 120.
Mm-hmm. It was going to be, you could only buy, what they did is they, like the option to buy 60 for a year was just cut to 6 months. Yeah. They didn't do anything else really. They just shortened that time on there and didn't really say anything, hoping that like people wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Now, or people would, everybody's like, this is a clear and blatant attempt to push people over to the Game Pass, which I don't think that's inaccurate at all. So I think they were just like, yeah, we'll just double it. We'll just do this. And then people will stop doing that and they'll just have the Game Pass and life will be all dandelions and kill atrocities. But everybody was mad instead and thought that they were ghoulish and it was awful.
I think also they were going to require that free-to-play games you had to have Xbox Live to play those online as well. When people were pissed about that.
And that's not the case on PlayStation and I think maybe Switch also.
Yeah, I think anything free is just, it's free, like it says. But to be honest, though, getting Game Pass is an awesome deal. And I don't know why they just slowly just merge the two and make it that. That would have been an easier, better plan than just trying to outprice people out of it or whatever they were doing. I don't know.
It's very strange. And like they reversed course immediately after they got all this backlash for it. But you have to wonder what they're thinking. And for years, PC players have been saying like, why do you have to pay for online at all? Because like on Steam, online is free. And I guess I'm not sure on like the intricacies of why or why not it might or might not make sense for them to charge for their online, like on Xbox Live or PSN or whatever.
I think it might be, I mean, I don't know. Cause like it all depends on who hosts the servers. If it's all Sony or if it's the companies that make the games. If it was just Sony, I could see, because not, Steam, has, like TF2 and they host their own servers for that. But there's also hundreds of companies out there that let you pay to host your own server to play your own matches on and everything. And it's kind of taken off of the devs. But I don't know. I don't know how it works exactly. If it's like the Modern Warfare people are hosting the service, because when I play on PC, they are. So I don't know how that works, they decided they could do it, and people got used to it, and they made money.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I think that the point is moot. Who's hosting the service? They're charging because they can. They're getting, the people are paying it, so they're charging. So they're going to keep doing that, and they're going to try and make even more money out of it. And this was just a bridge a little too far. If they had done like incremental changes, incrementally raising it, then
if it was,
I think they would have been fine. And I bet they're probably going to do that in the future. But right now they just doubled it to $120 a year. That's a huge jump. And
stupid.
Yeah, like that was just
now everyone's going to be on their ass about any kind of price hike at all. Like they just kind of, Netflix, everyone that does this kind of yearly pricing stuff has just been like, they always do it. And they go, yeah, sorry, everybody, it's just going to be a couple bucks more now. And like, they always do that, and it always goes up. And then everyone grumbles the first time the company does it, but then they just pay.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I mean, what cracks me up so much about this story is how they reversed course immediately. Like the day after. It's like that old drill tweet where he's like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to delete it.
I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Oh, like I'll send it to you guys later. But the first half of the tweet, he says something like, I forget what he says, but it's something like really insensitive about women or something. And then the second half of the tweet is him going, I'm sorry, I'm trying to delete it.
Yeah, I'm impressed that they decided to reverse course immediately. Like it makes me feel like maybe it was a specific group or person that was higher up that wanted it, and like it went through, and the rest of them was like, no, okay, no, or I don't know. Usually that stuff, they come out with like an apology and like explaining it, and here's what the cost. No, he's like, no, it's gone.
They didn't put out anything. I thought they put out something. I didn't read it myself, but I thought that they put out something.
I mean, they had like the announcement they were doing it. And then before I could even read about what that was, why they did it, it was like, same day, next day, it's gone.
JK, guys.
Yeah.
It's like, it reminds me of, this is a while ago now, but when they were going to do some bullshit where like with a game, it had to be like registered to the console, and like, it was like always
Xbox
online.
One.
And then Sony trolled them with the video that was like, this is how you share a game on PlayStation. He's just giving the game to his friend.
Yeah, that was Xbox One when they launched. It was going to have to be online all the time. And I had to like register all your games and all this dumb shit. Yeah, it was very convoluted, and everyone's like, but they're like, but you can put your cable through it. You can hook your cable TV up to your Xbox One. And no one cares about that anymore.
Yeah, no one has cable, guys.
Yeah, that was just really strange. It was a very strange day or two when that happened.
Yeah, bizarre news cycle. And in a world where like, where there's like all these other services and game passes and things, like something's going to have to change eventually, I'm sure. But doubling your price suddenly and without explanation is probably not the best way to go about it.
Oh, God, no. Yeah. I mean,
it was astounding that they did that like in the first place.
I mean, it's like, I can't even imagine. Just like $60 it's not that bad. And like, PSN is like that. Nintendo's is great because it's only $25 or something.
Yeah.
But there's not much. I mean, well, they do give you a lot of the old school games and stuff, but they don't give you like stuff for free as long as it's not quite like they haven't quite dipped their toe into 3D yet. But
No, yeah. I mean, you get like occasionally they'll do like a 2-week trial where some game will be free, like the whole complete version of the game will be free for like 2 weeks, and then they take it off.
mhm.
So it's like, oh, it's cool, I guess. But
And that's kind of what a Game Pass is like. It's longer than that, but like they just put Control up on there. Like you can play Control if you and like I paid $1 for 3 months. They do that like deals on it all the time. If you're, it's a great deal if you're a PC player.
I got it for the console, and I really appreciate it myself.
Mhm.
It's really cool to have just a whole shitload of games. Just like, I got to beat this one because I got so many more that I want to play.
Yeah.
And it's nice because it's kind of like, oh, I probably wouldn't have tried this game if I hadn't had access to it.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I do that a lot on here.
And you'll appreciate I'm playing Banjo-Kazooie right now
yeah,
through the Game
yes,
Pass.
dude, I love that game, brother.
It's a
I
good
love
game.
that game.
I know you do.
Yeah, classic. I wish it was on the Switch, but things being what they are, it never will be.
But you get
People on the
to
internet-
play as Banjo and Kazooie and kick the crap out of Sephiroth and
Yeah.
crap out of Steve from Minecraft.
That's true. When you're right, you're right.
It's pretty cool.
All right. One more news item that I wanted to discuss today. I don't know if you guys caught this one, but GameStop's stock price has been fluctuating a lot recently. GameStop, as we all know, is a shitty company, and they deserve to burn. But
They killed ThinkGeek. They killed ThinkGeek, and I'll never forgive them for that.
But apparently, I'm sure they've been hurting really bad during the pandemic. But are you guys familiar with the subreddit WallStreetBets?
Yeah, I am.
No.
Okay. Well, WallStreetBets, and Sam, you can back me up if I'm not explaining this the right way. But apparently it's just a bunch of fucking idiots who have decided that they understand the stock market, and they use this app called Robinhood to place extremely ballsy buys and sells on the stock market, which is why it's called Wall Street Bets, because they don't know what they're doing, and they're just guessing.
It's a subreddit for amateur stock market people, and they're getting big enough now that they're having some weird effects on the market. Bitcoin, I think, recently had a really weird fluctuation because of them. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, apparently that has crossed over with GameStop. Apparently the Wall Street Bets community really likes GameStop as a stock. They're always buying it. They say it's going to keep going up. And recently there was some kind of kerfuffle where some organization said that they thought that that the GameStop stock was going to drop for some reason. They had an executive switch up or something. They were like, well, it's probably going to go down. And so people were shorting the stock, which I'll be honest, I don't fully understand what shorting means, but I guess it means betting against it.
Yeah, you basically say you bet against them failing, and if it fails, you get a big payout. Recently, The Big Short, the movie, right? That's all about the housing market, and that explains it really well. But the opposite of that happened with Elon Musk and Tesla recently, where everyone was betting on shorting it, and then he brought it around and is now the richest man in the world, and he just butt fucked all those shorts. They lost tons of money. All those people that shorted him.
Can we just put him in prison already? Can we just get rid of Elon Musk, please?
I fucking wish, man. When it's I didn't really have an opinion of it. I remember thinking Tesla was cool. Cool, electric cars, more electric cars. It's a good thing. And then he started tweeting when that soccer team was stuck in that cave. Do you remember? And he started tweeting that SAS guy who was trying to save him was a pedophile. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with Elon Musk? He's like, I'm going to build you a submarine.
Elon Musk is literally freaking, oh my God, my brain blanked. The light bulb guy. Why my brain just fucking shit itself.
Thomas Edison?
Yeah, because Edison was a piece of shit, and then we forgot about it, and he was like, he made the light bulb.
He also electrocuted elephants.
Yeah, exactly. So Elon Musk, he's changing the world, honestly, in a lot of ways for the better, but he's a complete bastard psychopath.
Yeah.
He's parents, fuck you guys, go to work. I don't care about COVID. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile.
Yeah. His family got their money in apartheid South Africa, from a plantation and shit.
Like, and everybody needs to remember that he didn't found Tesla. Like, he bought Tesla. Like, he didn't invent a popular electric car. Like, somebody else did that, and he just came in and bought them.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, no one. It's the same thing with
everybody thinks that he's Tony Stark when he's fucking Lex Luthor, and it's
he's Steve
upsetting.
Jobs. In the sense that, and then he's Steve Jobs in the sense that neither of them ever actually made anything. They just took ideas from people that did make stuff and then fucked them over and then just marketed it. Just were like, big personalities that were good at marketing things.
And even smoked weed on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but to get back to GameStop, so what's happened is that these guys were shorting it. These big, professional, stock organizations, I don't know what you call them, but companies that are about assets and securities were saying oh, we're predicting this will drop, you should sell it, you should short it, whatever. And Wall Street Bets was like, no, fuck that. We love GameStop. This is a good stock. And so they got all over social media, tweet storming about it, buying it, to make it artificially make it keep going up. It rose 69% in one day.
My friend,
nice, 69. We like that number.
Yeah, buddy.
My friend Matt made $75 because he said he bought shares for the meme, just joking around, and he said that he just got $75 for it.
Nice. Well, anyway, they artificially manipulated the price of the stock apparently, and got it to rise and fucked over all the short sellers. And I think now, people are talking about legal action against Wall Street Bets for I don't know, some kind of surely what they're doing is not right. I mean, to the extent that anything you can do in the stock market is right and ethically good. But I think what they're doing is especially bad.
It's bad once it messes with the people who controlled Wall Street, right?
I was gonna say,
yeah.
It's bad because it's fucking with those rich fuckers' money, and they don't like that.
Yeah. But I just love that the stock that they picked that they're going to be ride or die for is fucking GameStop.
Yeah. There's no way that GameStop is going to keep on. They've already been in a lot of trouble, right? Financially.
Half of them in the city that I live in are closing, liquidating.
Yeah. There's no way that GameStop's going to keep functioning as it has been soon. There are too many systems that are online only now, and the last time I was in a GameStop, I noticed they had a bunch of more kitschy stuff, game nerdy toys and shirts and stuff. So they're trying to sort of do that more, which I think was part of the whole thing, geek purchase and stuff. But there's no way that that's going to keep the customers coming in for that when they can find more interesting things online. It's just.
Yeah, they've always been a shitty company. I remember when EB Games and other retailers were around, I always preferred them to GameStop because they seem to have, I don't know, more reverence for the industry, But GameStop just for years have just been a dog shit company. They've bought up everybody else. I'll always resent, that they would buy up old games, through they do used purchases. They would shred the boxes. They would shred the instruction manuals. They'd put them in these crappy generic boxes. They just seem not to care at all about gamers or the hobby that we love. They just, want to crank stuff out for quick buck. And people have abandoned them because they suck and everybody knows it. And I will be perfectly happy to see them go down in flames.
Yeah, we won't be worse off without them. Go to your local Slackers.
Or I guess go to Slackers or literally any place else. Go to Target or order online. I mean, do whatever, man. Just don't go to
not Amazon. Amazon sucks too.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? I mean, me not buying one game from Amazon is going to change the system.
Every little bit counts, man. Every little bit counts. Go to Target. Target has that. Has your games.
I do. I just said go to Target. But,
I know.
But just GameStop is a crappy company, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And the
point is, fuck GameStop.
Yeah, it makes me sick to be inside their stores, and I'm glad that soon I won't have to. All right. Well, that's about all I had for this week. Aaron?
I have one thing, if we might, just a quick moment to celebrate some good news about a bad thing. Ryan Haywood, who we've talked about several times on this show, has been banned from Twitch.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's good. Yay! No
Yay.
more Ryan Haywood on Twitch. Fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Aaron, edit in like a flush sound effect here.
You got it. Done.
All right. Well, that's great. We got to have our obligatory Twitch update for the week. So thank you.
I don't enjoy our streamers talks. But actually this is sort of relevant. You know who I watched play Doom Eternal the other day and was pretty entertained by?
Who?
Sasha Grey.
Oh
Yeah. There's actually quite a few porn stars that are on Twitch.
She streams. It's not anything glued whatsoever. She was wearing like fully dressed big old plaid shirt. She was just playing Doom Eternal. She's good at it. And it was really entertaining.
There's a handful of them, and it's all just normal streaming stuff. I think a lot of them don't even talk about. I think Sasha may have like rules against bringing it up, and the mods kind of clamp down. There's a couple other ones
she's got actually
have a podcast about it.
You cannot go into Sasha Gray's Twitch chat and type show hole.
Only fans win.
There are rules, very strict rules. You can't even cuss in her chat. It's interesting.
Yeah, you banned.
Yeah.
That's interesting. There's a lot of crossover. One woman there's some controversy because there's obviously some streamers do.
You brought this up, Aaron.
I know.
You brought this up.
Twitch streaming, but they'll also do like other like lewd streaming, so to speak.
Yeah.
Set up, right? So a woman got banned for, I think it wasn't a long time, and people were kind of pissed because she just like forgot what stream she was on and just like showed her butthole on stream on Twitch.
Dude,
she got like a 2-week ban.
Hero.
Well, she thought she really didn't think she was still on Twitch. But people were pissed because other people have gotten like this guy Forzen, right? He's like the meme lord king of all memes on Twitch. And he got banned for a month because he opened a link of Mr. Hands? You know what I'm talking about? The horse thing. Yeah, the guy. There's a. It's don't Google search it, but it's this what they call it, like a urban legend kind of thing on the internet of a guy who got killed by being fucked to death by a horse.
Okay.
There's a documentary film about it called Zoo.
Yeah, and someone sent him a link and he opened it for like a second. He got banned for a month. But the butthole chick got banned for like a week or something like that. So, there's always some kind of controversy over these things.
Where do streamers go to be dirty streamers? Do you do that? Do they do that on chat?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Chat. There's all kinds of places. Yeah.
Aaron's like, I don't know.
Where science and research on our video game podcast. Where are these lewd streaming sites?
I have my own places to go for stuff like that. I was genuinely curious.
Tell me where the naked girls are so I know not to go there.
There's nudity on the internet?
Like Chatterbait and like OnlyFans are probably the places. But they got this huge streaming setup. So of course, they're not going into another room for different things. And the argument was she just forgot to switch over to the other site and was like, butthole.
Perfectly innocent.
Not an accidental butthole either. Like this is just like, meant to be butthole.
Yeah. Dude, hero. Salute. Much respect.
Any woman willing to show her butthole. Here's to you.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week, folks. We will see you next week where we will be playing through the fourth stage, which once again, I have forgotten to look up what the title of that fourth stage is in advance. I'll do that. I'll do that while Sam gives you his words of wisdom for the week.
Since it is the year 2021, you guys should all you youngins out there who are listening to this need to watch C-Lab 2021 and buy it so they'll make more of it.
Yes.
They're not
hashtag bring back C-Lab 2041.
Yes. That is an excellent words of wisdom, and I fully endorse it. The next stage is called Unruly Evil. So please look for that in a week's time. Aaron, what do you want to say to the fine folks at home before we go today?
I want to say thank you, everybody, for listening. Please go to onestageatatime.com for more of our things, more episodes, more stuff, links to our socials. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Sam, give us that sign off, baby.
Save and continue.